Hello everybody, in this video we're going to do some simple factoring. We've got a quadratic trinomial here for number 1, and the format for the answer is two binomials with x and x. And the question we ask ourselves is, what factors of negative 30 add up to negative 1? And those two numbers are negative 6 and positive 5. Alright, that is the factored form. Now if you wanted to check yourself, you could always FOIL, first outer inner last. X times x is x squared, x times 5 is 5x, negative 6 times x is negative 6x, and negative 6 times 5 is negative 30. And see, these two terms add together to give us a negative 1x. And if you notice, that is the exact same original quadratic trinomial that we started with. Let's look at another one here. Number 2, 3x squared minus 11x minus 4. This time we're going to take our a number and our c number and multiply them together to get negative 12. Question we're going to ask is, what factors of negative 12 add up to negative 11? And those two numbers are negative 12 and positive 1. Alright, now this is sort of an intermediate step. Next thing we do here is focus on our a number, 3. We're going to divide that into the two numbers we have in our binomials. If it divides, great. But if it doesn't divide, simple step. Move the number in front of the x. So we'll have 3x plus 1. X minus 4 and 3x plus 1. Alright, look at number 3 here. Now this is just a simple difference of squares. Difference of squares, take the square root of the first and the square root of the last. The square root of 4x squared is 2x. The square root of 25 is 5. So those two numbers set up our answer. One is a plus and one is a minus, and it doesn't matter which two. You could do 2x minus 5 first. That's the factored form, difference of squares. Let's look at number 4 here. We have a 2x squared plus 26x plus 80. Here we're going to factor out a greatest common factor first. And we can take out a 2 from everything to begin with. X squared plus 13x plus 40. Now we just need to ask what factors of the 40 add up to 13, and those two numbers are 8 and 5. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 plus 5, though, 13. Still have the 2 in front. X plus 8, x plus 5. Alright, next up, last one. 4x squared minus 28x plus 49. This is actually a quadratic trinomial. We can notice it's a quadratic trinomial if it looks like this. Okay, we can sort of verify that. The first clue is there's a perfect square at the beginning and a perfect square at the end. It does have the same format. Let's see, a would be the square root of 4x squared, which is 2x. B would be the square root of 49, which is 7. And we just have to verify that this is in fact 2 times the a term times the b term. 2x times 2 times 7 is 28x, so it is a perfect square trinomial. Perfect square trinomials, once you identify them, are fairly easy to factor. In this case, a minus b quantity squared. 2x minus 7 quantity squared. You just find your a and your b and you're good to go. Thank you for watching. Hope this helps.